welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, this is my video as a co-host, participant, massive fan of Dune on the Range. So Dune on the Range is a book event in June, now for its 4th year, created by Michael K. Vaughan, a whole host of co-hosts, and it's been really rewarding for me. So basically it's about celebrating Westerns and encouraging people to try them out if they haven't tried them before, and to delve a bit deeper if they have. Now, I hadn't read Westerns before, and I've had a few really great successes over the years since doing this, and I'm doing it again this year, despite the fact I'm also doing Joy Reading June, where I'm sort of like tentatively reading books for fun and not being too stressed about book events and stuff. But I am doing this one, and you've probably already seen that I'm looking at Steinbeck as well through the month. So let's talk about Westerns and my experience with Dune on the Range so far. So 2022, we all go back so many years to 2022. I read 2 books in that month that were my first leap into Westerns. I read Sisters Brothers, which I just put up here, which is a true story, and I really enjoyed it. I've noticed a mixed response on BookTube, but I really liked it. So Sisters Brothers was a nice introduction. I thought it had a lot of wit to it, and there was something about the characterization that I really liked, and I was gripped through the whole thing, and I really enjoyed it. But then I read Shane by Jack Schafer, and I've become a bit of a Jack Schafer fan. Shane is amazing. Absolutely loved it. I was really, really, really gripped. I thought it was a really powerful read, and I loved it. And that kind of cemented my attachment to Dune on the Range. I thought I have to do it next year because Shane was so brilliant. The following year, in 2023, I read a G.T. Edson book. So G.T. Edson is quite commonly found in secondhand bookshops and in libraries and stuff over here. And I read Troubled Range, which was quite good. I did also read another big one that knocked me for 6, True Grit. True Grit is a phenomenal book, and I did do a separate review of it. I loved it. I thought it was a fantastic book, and I've seen both films actually, but I still enjoyed the book a lot, even though I knew exactly what was going to happen. And as I said, I was really familiar with the 2 films, but it's written so brilliantly that it really just pulls you in, and it's just fantastic book. If you haven't read any Westerns, definitely got to read True Grit. So that was brilliant. So that was 2023. And then last year, I read one book and started another one. So I started a book called A Town Called Bastard. I had to buy that because A Town Called Bastard. It was quite a cheap buy. It was only like, it's either 50p or £1. It was really cheap. But I had to, and it was made into a film as well. But anyway, I started that, but because that particular month, it was a really slow reading month, I didn't finish it. I still own it. I could finish it. But I did read another Jack Schafer book called First Blood. And that was really, really good. Really good. So that was a really nice find. And I read it just because I like Shane, but it was brilliant. So I'm going to read another Jack Schafer one this year as well, which I hope I've got. Oh. Yeah, so this is the one I was going to talk about. But I'll talk about that in a minute when I talk about what I'm going to read. But yeah, the First Blood by Jack Schafer was really, really good. So that was last year. And this year I wanted to get involved, as I said, despite the fact that I'm trying to honour Alice with the Joy Reading June event as well. But I have had a really good bit of success, and I've got a few things in line that I should be able to do quite stresslessly. So and I, last year also I did a live stream. Is it a live stream? I think it was a live stream. Yeah, it was a live stream with Jim from Mystery Mayhem about Red Dead Redemption, and I loved doing that. So if you're a fan of Red Dead Redemption, go hunt it out, because it's a really cool little thing we did. We talked about how much we love the game. That was really good. So that's a Western-based game, by the way. So let's talk about what I might read. So as I said, this Jack Schafer book, I ordered this specially because it looked really interesting. The powerful story of a courageous Cheyenne cast out by his tribe to live or die alone, and he's got to sort of fend for himself, the canyon And I tell you what, I absolutely love the fact I've got this, and when I got it, because this is literally perfect condition. It looks like it's totally unread, and it's from the mid-50s. It's an old copy, but it's beautiful condition, and it's a really nice dinky book. I just think I'm going to really enjoy reading it from the point of view of the physicality of the book as well. I like talking about the physicality of books, and I'm going to do it more and more, I think, because I think it's understated, I think. And this is just a lovely thing to hold, and it'll be a pleasure to read, and I'm sure it's going to be really good, because Jack Schaefer has absolutely proved himself to be brilliant for me, and I just love the fact that this is so old and it's perfect condition, which is awesome. So well done eBay for that one. So The Canyon is what I'm going to read. I am going to delve into The Edge. So I bought the first one, The Loner, and I've also got the next two. So I bought the first three because I found out down the road, the second-hand shop down the road has got a whole pile of Edge books for £1. So I thought I'd try the first three. This was back in February that I bought these. So I don't know if they've still got as many as they had before. They had tons. It seemed like they had them in order for the first sort of 20 or so. So whether they got all of them, I don't know. So what's this? Apache Death. God, what does that say? That's $10,000 American. $10,000 American. Is that what it says? Yeah. And then obviously The Loner is the first one. So I'm going to read the first one first. Not massively surprising. See how I feel about that. So that'd be interesting. But I've also got three of the Richard Matheson Western books. So obviously I collect Richard Matheson books. I'm a huge Richard Matheson fan. I've got most of what he's written. There's a few things to get, but I've got tons. I've got a really nice collection of his stuff. And I've got The Gunfight. This one may have been sent to me by Michael K. Vaughan. I can't remember. So if it was, one of these was. Anyway, I've got The Gunfight. And I've got Shadow on the Sun. And I've also got Journal of the Gun Years. So these are beautiful condition. They are awesome books. Again, I'll probably enjoy the physicality of them as well. They're really nicely done. So Journal of the Gun Years is the other one. So I will read hopefully one of these, maybe even all of these. We'll see how we get on. I absolutely love Richard Matheson. He's in my top 3 authors of all time. He's a contender. He's a contender for my favourite author, but Ray Bradbury just about tips it. But I absolutely love Richard Matheson. So that's another thing. If I have time, I may slip in a Western adjacent thing, because I don't think anyone would argue about the idea that in Star Wars, Han Solo is a cowboy character. And I've just bought this, which is a lovely bit of nostalgia. It's a reissue of those 3 Brian Daley books that I read as a kid. Han Solo at Star's End, Han Solo's Revenge, and Han Solo and the Lost Legacy. And they've all been put into this book. So, again, see, the physicality of books, it's not that convenient to read. It's all like, you've got to probably break the spine by looking at the whole page. So this is not a success as a physical thing, but it's pretty cool having the 3 books in one like this. As a little nod to the way that there's lots of elements of Star Wars, like The Mandalorian, lots of elements of Star Wars that nip into Western aesthetics. So it might be quite nice to sort of acknowledge that with a read of that. And I may be doing some other things that Western related, I'm not sure, like last year with the Red Dead Redemption video, I'm not sure. But those are the kind of things I'm reading. Looking forward to that. So we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support, as always. Please let me know below if you're taking part, or if you just, well, what Westerns you like as well, kind of films. You know, I'll probably chuck in a few films like I did with Horror Mayhem, with the horror films. And thanks for watching. Stay curious, everybody.